looking when we got in. The emotional thinking of trying the path. During the
Well, I'm very sorry about that. We're obviously having some problems with the rugby, and we'll get back to it as soon as we can. In fact, we can now go back straight away.
In the overall story, we did leave some on the pitch, which is a shame.
I know the players don't necessarily know this, but you talk about World Cup seedings and beyond that. It's a big game against the Springboks.
We want to win every, and we've not got the result at the weekend. We really need to take this form into South Africa, and we need to get a result. Rugby is, for me and for everyone here, it's about winning, and that's what we want to do.
What do your family think about it? Because obviously weekend as well.
My dad being Dutch through and through, and having represented Holland 67 times and captaining, etc., you'd think that he would feel a little bit animosity, but he doesn't. He's really good about it. He loves it, and he understands the difference between this level of rugby and Holland sort of struggling in the 40th spot in the world. And I feel at home here now, and this is now sort of my home country, and he's actually really proud of me.
And here is Dad. How proud are you?
Very, very proud.
How was it last Sunday when you saw him score that try and give Scotland the lead?
I was just in the middle of the stand here, and just in front of my eyes he scored his opening try for Scotland. It was unbelievable. All over me and my wife. The rest of the fans from Holland, unbelievable.
You are the most capped player in the history of Dutch rugby.
Well, I'm really sorry about this. As you can see, we're obviously having some technical problems with the rugby this afternoon. Do bear with us while we try and fix things, and hopefully we'll be back to them in a moment. Well, once again, sorry for the problems we've had this afternoon with the rugby. We've hopefully now sorted out the fort, and we can return to John Inverdale.
Hey, those were the days. Those were the days.
Players to get isolated, so we've got to complete our tackles, and as I say, it's a different challenge this week. These are guys that are becoming route one.
Is there a self-belief within that dressing room that this could be a big day for Scottish rugby? You can beat South Africa?
There's a great attitude from the players. Right from the first training session we had on Tuesday morning, the players have trained.
Well, I'm really sorry that once again we've lost our line to the rugby for the Scotland-South Africa game. We'll get on and try and fix the fault and be back with the game as soon as we can. This is BBC One, and if you've just switched on, I'm sorry that we're meant to be showing you the rugby union between Scotland and South Africa. At the moment, we have a few technical problems. We're doing our best to fix them, and we'll be back with the game as soon as we can. Once again, if you're looking forward to the rugby between Scotland and South Africa, I'm really sorry we have a technical fault at the moment here on BBC One and we can't bring you the match. We are doing our very best to fix it. Do please be patient and we'll get on and fix the problem and be with the game as soon as we can. Okay, I think our patience has been rewarded now, and after what felt like a little while there without being able to show you the rugby, I'm glad to say we've fixed the fault and can now return to Scotland against South Africa and John Inverdale.
Both in offence and defence. An interesting point last week before the game against New Zealand. I don't know if Jerry Guttigat was being deliberately kind of provocative, but Jerry believed last week that Scotland had to attack, almost had to be over-offensive against New Zealand to try and
they'll go over the middle of 10 and 12 channel, and then...
Oh dear, right, sorry, it's really not our day, is it? One bit of good news is that the game hasn't even kicked off. But anyway, so you haven't missed any play. Sorry about this. I'll play some music and we'll see what we can do about the rugby. OK, here we go again. We're trying once again to go back to the rugby at Murrayfield. Fingers crossed it will be OK this time. We'll rejoin John Inverdale.
You put them under pressure.
A couple of changes to your lineup, certainly in the midfield, De Jong coming in.
Heineke Meyer, the South African coach, must actually just apologise. I think we've had a few technical problems from BT Tower in London, so if you haven't been picking us up over the last 3 or 4 minutes, hopefully normal service has now been resumed insofar as what we ever do is normal. No, De Villiers.